What if I told you that one of my clients, Alvin, just locked in $88,000 from PNC Bank on the business side, and you can do the same exact thing? Because that's what I'm going to help you with. Because in today's video, I'm going to walk you step by step in plain English exactly how he did it and how you are going to do the same exact thing. So what I want you to do is go grab your pen and paper, and without further ado, let's dive in. All right, ladies and gents. So before we actually jump into the how-to, let me actually give you a little bit of the detail when it came to my client, Alvin. He definitely needed capital to expand his car detailing business, but he really didn't want to jump through hoops or risk any type of denials because he's been seeing so many things on TikTok, Instagram, you name it. So he was like, look, I know I'm going to need help with this. Can you help me? And I was like, of course I can. So the first thing that we did before we did any type of applications, it doesn't matter. You know, we actually mapped out and formulated a plan and a blueprint before we actually got started, because a lot of you actually skip this step and I don't understand why. So make sure that you have a plan before you start anything. And the first thing we had to do for him was actually clean up his credit. So we cleaned up his credit, built a relationship with PNC, got all the paperwork in order, and then timed the application just right. And that's how we got the result. And he got approved for $88,000 in funding. No guesswork, no luck, just smart preparation and strategy. So let me show you exactly how he did it and how you need to do it, okay? So the first thing that we actually did was formulate a plan and a blueprint before we did any type of approvals. And that's what a lot of you guys always fail to do. I don't understand why you guys skip that step. You gotta have a right strategy before you go into any type of banking institution, especially when you're vouching for a business. So of course, the first thing that we had to do, look at his report, and we definitely had to clean up his credit report. You probably have to do the same thing, but it's okay. So we got his credit report clean. I made sure that my credit connections with PNC Bank was able to establish a relationship with him, get all his paperwork in order, and then time the application just right. And the result, as you saw right there, he got approved for $88,000 in business funding. So that's no guesswork, no luck, just smart preparations and strategies. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and we're gonna do it from A all the way to Z, all right? So you can do the exact same thing. All right, first things first. So just have to let you know, PNC is not everywhere, ladies and gents. So before you start applying again, make sure that's actually in your state. And PNC is in a strong presence of 27 states and DC, including Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, Illinois, Georgia, Virginia. And I think that's just to name a few. I might have missed some, but that's pretty much where they are. Now, they are growing, but if they're not in your state without a local branch, it will be extremely hard for you to build that relationship with them so you can get the actual business funding that you need. So what I want you to do is pause this video, check the PNC's website to see if it's actually in your area, okay? Don't want you to waste your time. All right, so it's in your area, cool, that's great. Now it's time for the preparation, AKA step one, because this is going to be one of the most important steps for you to get the funding that you're looking for. If your credit and business are not prepared correctly, nothing else really matters. So let's actually break it down into two parts, which we're gonna talk about your personal and your business, okay? So let's start with the personal credit. And I already know a lot of you are like right now, like, man, I don't understand why I need my personal credit. I'm doing this for my business. I don't understand, yada, yada, I don't want to do that. Well, I'm here to let you know, business owner, that the foundation will always fall on your personal credit. Your personal credit is your foundation, and PNC will almost always do a soft pull on your Experian report to start. And they may even dig a little deeper. So these are the things and the qualifications that you need so you won't run into any roadblocks, because I've been down this road before with quite a few clients, and I know what they look for and what they don't look for. So hear me wisely. Number one, you want to make sure that you aim for at least a 717 credit score or higher on Experian, okay? I know it's a random number, but it's pretty much that 715 or 717 and above. That's when you pretty much are in good graces with them. The next thing that you need to do is make sure that you keep your credit card utilization low, ideally under 10%. I know everybody and their grandmother tells you 30%. 30% is too high, all right? So you gotta keep it at 10% or even 0%. That's even better. And the next thing that I want you to do is remove any hard inquiries, especially in the last 90 days. Now we're gonna pause right here because I don't want you to pause this and start removing every single inquiry. There is a strategy to this, all right, ladies and gents. Understand this, that If you got a recent credit card on the personal side and it's been over 30 days, do not remove that inquiry. The reason why is because that inquiry is connected to that credit card. And if you try to remove that, there's a high possibility that they will shut that account down. I don't make the rules. This is just how it is. So let's just say that you did get denied for a few things in the past 90 days, remove those inquiries, okay? And then also really, really pay attention to what's connected to what. If it's connected to a loan, you can delete it. If it's connected to a credit card account, do not delete it, okay? Just make sure that it's clean. If you have gotten approved for a few things in the past 90 days, then what I want you to do is I want you to wait at least 4 months before you actually apply for any type of PNC funding, because they are inquiry sensitive in a lot of different areas, and you don't want to get denied because you just got a recent approval. That's crazy. So don't fret, the money's not going nowhere, but I just wanted to give you that gem right there. But let's keep going. Next, you don't want to have any type of collections, charge-offs, or any negative accounts on your credit report. I don't care how old that negative is. I don't care that you paid off that collection or charge-off. It still has to come off your file. It's still negatively impacting you. So you have to remove it, okay? A lot of you don't understand this. Please understand and listen to me wisely. Remove it. It does not matter. Increase your credit card limits if possible with utilization. Guys, I understand that a lot of you do have consumer debt on the personal side, but it sometimes doesn't hurt to ask for a credit limit increase. Now, I'm not saying if you go to that institution and you owe $10,000 and it's maxed out, they're gonna give you, a credit limit increase. There's a possibility that they won't. It's actually a high possibility that they won't, but you always want to try. You never want to leave no stone unturned, or whatever that saying is, or anything like that, because if your utilization is at 40%, 30%, it's way better to have a credit limit increase, give you that cushion, and now that 30% went to 22%. 10%, 15%, 13%, and that looks way better, okay? So you definitely want to clean that up, because utilization takes up 30% of your overall credit health, okay? So think of your credit like a financial report card. If it's not clean, then the banks won't trust you. Think how many times when you were younger, you had a blemish on your progress report and you had to tell your moms or your pops, like, yo, mom, it's not what you think. The teacher's against me, right? They never believe that. So what makes you think, as far as a financial aspect, that these lenders are going to believe you as well? So just make sure that you clean it up. I don't know where that example came from. Now, that was the personal side. So let's go ahead and talk about your business and your entity setup. You want to make sure that everything is set up properly. So that means having an LLC, S Corp, or any type of corporation matching the info that you have with your EIN, your address, business license, if you need any, and your bank account. All right, business owners. All of this needs to be consistent across the board. And I know a lot of you are thinking, man, that's so easy. I don't understand why he's even talking about this. You'd be surprised how many people don't have that. Some people are sole proprietors and they don't know that they're sole proprietors. Some people think that they have an S corporation when they don't need one. They have a LLC and, they did a jointly, with their friends, and they didn't know that it's a multi-member LLC, things like. You got to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. Some people even have LLCs and don't even have the right EIN number because they have so many. One dissolved, they're still using the old one, now they got a new. It's a mess. So you want to make sure everything is consistent across the board. But here's the warning. PNC does not like lending to, real estate investing companies and more. So you kind of have to play in a gray area when it comes to that, if you are in the real estate, trucking, and anything of that nature, even crypto. So you really have to play in that gray area. I'm not telling you to lie at all, but I'm just saying sometimes you have to change your verbiage around. Let's actually talk about the relationship status that you need to have with PNC, because that is very crucial as well. You can't just open an account and apply the next day. Technically you can, but if you want $88,000 or more, you're gonna have to sit and let that marinate for a second, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is open a PNC checking account and start using it. A lot of people don't. They just open these checking accounts, put $20 in there, and wait 30 months, and then they try to apply for something and don't understand why they only got $1,000. It doesn't work like that. So what I want you to do is make deposits, pay bills, pretty much move money around. You want to show consistency and a consistent activity over these few months. And when it comes to the months, ideally, I'm talking about at least 3 to 12 months of a relationship status. The reason why is because that builds trust. A lot of banking and lending institutions are really shying away from the, the quick approvals and things like that. So you are going to have to, again, build some type of a trust. Because PNC calls inactive accounts ghost accounts. And if you're a ghost, you're not getting funded. Easy as that. So make that account your business hub and show them you are legit, okay? Now, let's go into the next thing as far as breaking down what PNC actually looking for when they consider you for the funding status. Because again, just a few things have changed. You just want to make sure that you stay on top of this. So of course, we already talked about, the personal credit score, 717, low utilization, little to no inquiries, and high existing credit card limits on the personal side. Ideally, at least $3,500 or more, and have it for at least 3 or 4 months. Now, the 3 or 4 months is up in the air. I've helped people, get, approved with less and with more months, but I'm just saying as far as, a median, as far as what I've had over this time. And also, if you go through a relationship manager like I did for my client, you can often get higher amounts of funding just with one credit card for $15,000 all the way up to $50,000. And as you can see, you can even get way more than that. But if you apply online or in a branch, expect approvals around sometimes that $5,000 to $20,000 range. It's always better to build that relationship, especially in the branch, because you get way more funding. Hence the reason why I told you need to make sure that one is in your area. Now, again, just to reiterate, when everything is in place, then it's time to actually apply. And of course, again, you have 2 really good options, the online or in branch. In my opinion, I think you should go in branch, but for the smaller requests, making sure that your docs are on time and things like that, you can do it online. But if you go in branch through a relationship manager, this is where you're going to get the approvals that you want. And this is where Alvin saw that success. So the relationship managers are way more flexible and can advocate on your behalf. So be prepared to submit, business and personal tax returns, profit and loss statement, balances, pretty much balance sheets, and also bank statements as well. A lot of times they only ask for that if you're applying for the business line of credit or any other things outside of the business credit cards, but you just want to make sure that you have certain things like that on hand and in handy. Don't be afraid. Stop being afraid of paperwork. It might not happen to you, but just make sure that you're prepared. Now, PNC does offer 3 solid business credit cards that can really help you build your business credit and your relationship with PNC. Now, with this profile, it does help you, as far as a stepping stone to bigger funding later. So make sure that you use them wisely, pay on time, and keep your balances as low as you can, because this is going to add strength to your business credit and your funding profile, no matter how you twist and turn it. With all that great information, I just want to, again, just make sure that you avoid all of these traps, okay? So make sure that you don't apply before building that relationship. Make sure that your utilization is not high and you have no recent inquiries on the personal side with Experian. Incomplete or inconsistent documentation, that's a no-no. Business not structured properly, we already said that that's not a good thing. Pure real estate business without a strategic presentation, you might as well just walk out the door. And this is what Alvin avoided when taking that time to prepare, stay disciplined, listen to what I had to say, and move strategically. All that got him granted $88,000, and we're not even done getting him funding, okay? So make sure that PNC operates in your state before you start. Clean up your personal credit profile and get the score at least over a 717. I know it's a random number. And make sure that you structure your personal and business properly when matching everything everywhere. So if you do all of this and make sure that you have some type of documentation just in the tuck, just in case if they ever ask for it, you are going to get approved for that $5,000, $50,000, or even $88,000 in funding that you're actively looking for. So make sure that you avoid all these common pitfalls that everybody falls into to give yourself the best shot. Always remember, the money's not going nowhere if you just prepare properly. And I know a lot of you are probably, man, that sounds totally awesome. I really want to do this, but I don't want to mess anything up. Don't worry, I got you. If you want to be just like Alvin, what I want you to do is click the link below if you're looking for $50,000 to $300,000 in funding to fund your business goals and dreams. I'm going to take you through the same exact thing that Alvin did, just like in this video, with a little bit more information that I normally don't give on this channel. So if you definitely want help, what I want you to do again is click the link below. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope that this helps one of you guys, and I really hope that this really catapults you into that business funding world to really scale your business and get to that next level. Again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and until next time, ladies and gents.